.NET is faster than Node.js. Welcome to Startup Hack. I'm Spencer Thomason, and here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers and to build custom software solutions. I do a lot of work as a fractional CTO. With over a decade of executive leadership and a solid 25 years in software development, I've mastered the art of transforming technology teams and products. All right, let's dive into today's topic that's guaranteed to stir up some emotions out there, but here I'm going to say it. .NET is faster than Node.js. Now, before the pitchforks come out, let me say this. .NET is faster than Node.js, and you don't have to just take my word for it. We're going to break this down into some points that will highlight why .NET outperforms Node.js in many critical areas. So whether you're building a massive enterprise system or a small scale application, .NET has some serious advantages that you can't ignore. All right, .NET's performance is simply superior. We're going to talk about raw performance. When it comes to handling large-scale applications, .NET consistently outperforms Node.js. Whether you're dealing with CPU-bound operations or high concurrency, .NET has the edge. The runtime optimizations in .NET Core, coupled with the efficient handling of asynchronous operations, makes it a powerhouse for performance. If you've ever had to squeeze every ounce of speed out of an app, you'll appreciate what .NET brings to the table. Node.js is no slouch, but in head-to-head race, .NET pulls ahead. Now, we're going to talk about the power of compiled code. One of the reasons .NET is faster is because it's compiled language. Unlike Node.js, which relies on JavaScript's interpreted nature, .NET compiles down to machine code, giving a significant boost on performance. This means that .NET applications can run closer to the metal, so to speak, reducing overhead and increasing efficiency. For applications where performance is critical, this can make a world of difference. It's like the difference between cruising in a sports car and a family sedan. Both get you where you're going, but one does it with a lot more speed and style. Now let's talk about scalability. When you're dealing with enterprise level projects, scalability isn't just a nice to have, it's a must. And .NET's architecture is built with scalability in mind, making it easier to handle the growing demands of large applications. So whether you're adding more users, integrating with other systems, or just scaling up your operations, .NET provides the tools and infrastructures to make it happen smoothly. Node.js can scale, but .NET does it with more grace and reliability, especially as the complexity of the project increases. Now here at Startup Hack, we love to train software developers, so make sure you check out our previous videos because we have hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating when I say hundreds of free coding samples, so make sure you check out those free coding sample videos. Now let's talk about versatility and language support. So we're not going to forget about the versatility. .NET supports a variety of languages, including C#, F#, and even VB.NET for those few people out here who still use it. But it gives developers the flexibility to choose the best tool for the job. So whether you're building a Windows application, a web service, or an enterprise level system, .NET has the language support to make it happen. Node.js, on the other hand, is pretty much tied to JavaScript. Now, don't get me wrong, I love JavaScript as much as the next developer, but I think it has a place, and having the option is always a good thing with .NET. And with .NET, you'll get a full toolbox at your disposal. Now, .NET comes with superior development tools. One of the reasons I love being a .NET developer is because of the development tools it offers. Visual Studio in particular is a game changer. Now, I know you can use Node with Visual Studio, but the real-time debugging and other tools that come with it give you a huge advantage in .NET. So, Visual Studio is a powerful IDE with features like IntelliSense, debugging, and integrated testing that makes development much faster and more efficient. These tools aren't just nice extras, they're productivity boosters that can save you hundreds of hours. Node.js has some great tools as well, but when it comes to an all-in-one development environment, .NET takes the crown on this one. Now, I'm just going to say this, .NET is better for bigger projects. If you're working on large projects, .NET is your friend. Its structure and organization make it easier to manage complex code bases, ensuring that your project stays maintainable as it grows. With features like strong typing and object-oriented programming, .NET helps prevent the kind of spaghetti code that can plague large JavaScript projects. Node.js is great for smaller agile projects, but when it comes to the big leagues, .NET's robust framework provides the stability and structure that you need to succeed. Now let's talk about security and compliance. So security is a major concern for any developer, and here's where .NET really shines. With built-in security features like code access security, role-based authentication, and automatic input validation, .NET makes it easier to build secure applications. For enterprise-level projects where compliance with security standards is non-negotiable, .NET provides the tools tools to ensure your application meets all the necessary regulations. Node.js can be secured, but it's a lot of work and it can be kind of dicey sometimes. With .NET, it's totally baked in, and its baked in security features give it the edge case for all your security needs. Now here's the big one that I hear all the time, but .NET can't run on Linux. Not anymore, and not so fast. A lot of people think that .NET is just for Windows applications, but that's totally old news. And if you hear that, that means that person's out of touch. With .NET Core, you can build cross-platform applications that run on Windows, Linux, and Mac OS X. It's not just run on Linux, it actually runs faster on Linux than it does on Windows. This makes .NET just as versatile as Node.js when it comes to developing applications for multiple environments. In fact, I'd argue that it makes it more versatile. The ability to write your code once and deploy it anywhere is a huge advantage, and it's one of the reasons .NET has seen a resurgence in popularity in the most recent years. So if you thought .NET was just for Windows, you're old school, go think again. Now, integration is another area where .NET really excels. Whether you need to connect to a database, interact with a web service, or integrate with third-party tools, .NET makes it easier. With robust libraries and APIs, .NET simplifies the process of integrating different components into a cohesive application. Node.js has its own set of libraries, of course, with NPM, but .NET's extensive ecosystem and enterprise-level support makes it the go-to choice for complex integrations. And of course, then there's the backing by Microsoft. When you need to pull together multiple systems, .NET is the glue that easily holds it together. And if you need to learn .NET, make sure you check out our previous videos because we have hundreds of coding samples and a lot of them around .NET. So make sure you go check those out. Now, we're going to talk about long-term viability. When you choose a framework, you're not just choosing it for today, you're choosing it for the long haul. .NET's long-term viability is one of its strongest selling points. Backed by Microsoft with a massive development community and continuous updates, .NET is here to stay. This means you can invest in .NET knowing that it will continue to be supported and developed for years to come, as well as security updates. Node.js is popular, no doubt, but .NET's established presence and enterprise backing make it a safer bet for long-term projects. Now, everybody says, but Node has such a huge community. But let's talk about the community around .NET and around the ecosystem around .NET. With millions of developers, a vast library of resources, and a strong support from Microsoft, the .NET community is 20 years old and is one of the most active and supportive out there. Whether you need help with a specific problem or you're looking for a library to speed up your development, chances are someone in the .NET community has already been there and done that. Node.js has a strong community with NPM, but the depth of breadth of .NET ecosystem give it an edge in terms of resources and support. Now, a lot of people say, well, that's great for corporate stuff, but I'm just running a small project. But let me dispel this myth. .NET isn't just for large projects. While it excels at enterprise-level applications, it's also a great choice for smaller projects, especially with new minimal web APIs. Whether you're building a simple web app, a desktop tool, or even a microservice, and especially a microservice, .NET has the tools and flexibility to get the job done quickly. So don't think you need to be working on a billion-dollar enterprise to take advantage of what .NET offers. Usually it takes a $5 VPS and free software with minimal APIs, and you can be started in under a day. It's a versatile, powerful framework that can scale to meet the needs of any project, big or small. So to sum it up, .NET isn't just faster than Node.js, it's better suited for large projects, small projects, and provides superior development tools and offers scalability and security that enterprise applications demand. With support for multiple languages, cross-platform capabilities, and a strong community, .NET is a powerhouse framework that can handle projects of any size. So if you're looking for performance, reliability, and long-term viability, .NET is the way to go. What are your thoughts? Do you agree? Do you disagree? I'm sure to have ruffled some feathers, so make sure you leave a comment down below and make sure to check out startuphack.com. We love to train software developers as well as build custom software solutions. So check out the link down below and hit up startuphack.com today.